Looks like today's an inside day. No working on the range, no catfishing, no coyote hunting, squirrel on the porch, and Champ sees him. You seen, bud? I don't know if the squirrel sees us, but he saw Champ. Yeah, you saw him, didn't you, bud? I think he might be under the deck trying to get out of the rain. Did you see him? Did you see him? People always tell me to pet Champ. I'm going to tell you something. Champ gets petted a lot. He guards us from squirrels and rabbits and birds and occasionally deer. He's a pretty good guard dog, but he sheds by the handfuls. Can you see that? Sweep every day if you have a German Shepherd, better known as a German Shedder. Let's go to the reloading bench. Good morning, YouTube. As you can see, it's raining outside, so the preacher's indoors today. A couple of things I need to clarify. I haven't been on the bench in a while. Bigger Behind the Trigger Atkinson sent me like, I don't know, but seems like about 10 of these packages, 1.5 ounce bank sinkers for catfishing, which I use a lot. I use them on jugs, and I use them when I'm casting for catfish as well. He also sent me, I don't know how many packages of lead-headed jig heads. I use these all the time. Crappie fishing, sand bass fishing. This is pretty much a staple for me. And he took care of me for about, I don't know, 6 years. Anyways, I got every color imaginable, and I want to thank you. Bigger Behind the Trigger sent me those. We're going to get started reloading some 357. Many of you sent me bullets, and the reason you haven't seen a video yet is because I've had some sight trouble with my 357 rifle. And I'll tell you more about that when we shoot it. Anyways, Mr. Ed Campbell sent me a $50 gift certificate to Midway USA. And that is going to set us up to start reloading. I already had some stuff, but since we're going to be doing a number of tests using all these bullets that were sent me by Cranky Cleatus, Ocean, Uncle Jim, Pastor Terry, I went ahead and ordered 50 new 357 Starline brass. And I ordered load blocks, just like Uncle Jim has, so now I'm big time. So I got that. What else did I get from there? Oh, I got a universal decapper. I pick up some range brass from time to time, and some of it I don't load for, so this will allow me to at least decap it and clean it. Then I can send it to people that might use it. And I bought a spare pin because when you're picking up range brass, you tend to run some rough stuff through them. So, got that with the money. Thank you, Ed Campbell. I appreciate it very much. Let's talk about our first load today. I'm going to be loading 357, and I'll be doing a series of tests with various bullets. We'll call this video 1. And the bullet I'm going to start with was given to me by my childhood pastor, Terry Dees. Terry's a reloader and a bullet caster and a great friend and a cat fisherman and a prairie dog's worst nightmare. And Pastor Terry gave me some 180 grain 38 357 bullets, and he gave me these, and I can't find reloading data for these. He sent me some for 38, but I'm going to load them in 357 and see what happens. Anyways, I did some research online. These are 212 grain bullets. Let me give you a close-up. Look at the size of this monster. Let's see, I don't know if you can see that. Look at that whopper. These are gas checked. As you can see, they're gas checked. They've been lubed. And they're 212 grains. And I just grabbed one at random. So we'll check and see exactly what it weighs out to. $212 on the button. Terry is a great caster. Anyways, these are out of a Lyman mold. and I want to experiment with them. Now here's what I've been told. Since this is a heavier bullet, it is slower to get out of the barrel, and the recoil is starting to affect the barrel before these leave, and they tend to shoot high. Terry told me that. He said you'll have to adjust your sights accordingly, or at least your sight picture. And from what I've seen online, that's the case. See a lot of 200 grain bullets, these being 212 with the gas check and the lube. So I want to load. I'm going to be using Magnum primers, CCI small pistol Magnum primers. I'm going to be using H110 because that's the powder I have, and that's what I found some load data for. I went through the old Lee handbook that I have. No, this is an old Lyman. I went through the old Lyman. This is edition number 46, which is I think like from the 90s. Anyway, 357.38 stopped at like 180. So I got the new 50th edition reloading handbook, and trusted by reloaders for over a century. And I did the same thing. I got here, and the heaviest bullet that they show, where am I at? I lost my spot. The heaviest bullet they show is 170 grain cast, or 180 grain jacketed. So load data was hard to come by. Since I'm doing a series on 357, I didn't want to use the 38 special load data he gave me. So I'm going to load these with H110, and I'm going to put 12.5 grains of H110. Everything I was seeing was saying 11 to 13 grains. Some said 13.4 being the max of H110. So I'm going to go 12.5. That'll bring me about a full grain off the max that I've read, and a half grain off the conservative max, and it'll at least tell me if my barrel will stabilize these long bullets. And hopefully it will. Hopefully we'll develop something with them. So stick around. I won't show you all the steps. You all know how to reload. If you don't, check out one of my other reloading videos, like 30-06 start to finish, 223, 243. I think I even have a 308, 300 blackout. I've done a bunch of reloading videos. I'm not going to go over the process. I'll just give you some of the insight that I have with these bullets, like length, any kind of issues I have. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Stick around. Let's see what happens.
Hello, this is Uncle Jim. And today I'm going to do a Preacher's Day Off type video.
I know some of you like to reload at the bench with your little auto prime. I personally prefer to sit at the recliner. Watch reruns of Uncle Jim while I prime my ammo. To each his own.
First thing you do is wash your hands. But you gotta know how to cook rice. So if you don't know how to cook rice, a really good Vietnamese friend of mine showed me a long time ago, and it works great every time. And what you do is you take a pan and fill it with rice, and then wash it out real good with your hands and drain it, wash it, drain it. And then wherever your rice level is, fill the water up to the first notch on your finger. So when you press down, you feel the rice and the water comes up to the first notch on your finger. Get it to a boil and then turn it on low for 20 minutes. But check on it. You don't want to overdo rice. It's just like pasta. You got to have your rice good. And again, this is the easy way, other than using the wok. For a lot of people, it's really good. Put it in a bowl and throw it in the microwave the next day. It's even better. And you can throw anything you want in it. So this is my tribute to Preacher's Day Off. So there you go, buddy. And I guess until next time, thanks for watching. I'm going to eat a bowl of this and then probably take a nap. All right.
Here's what we ended up with. This is the Terry Dees Lyman cast bullet that Pastor Terry sent me. I loaded the first row with 12.5 grains of H110. I went back and looked. He was shooting 13 in his 38 special with no signs of pressure, so I should be able to shoot 13 in a 357. Should be. We'll see. If I see signs of pressure, I won't. But here's what I've done. I've loaded 10 of each. So this 5 I will shoot in the Ruger. Yes, it's unloaded. This 5 I'll shoot in the Ruger GP 100. The other 5 I will shoot in the Marlin 1894. Okay? Yes, it's unloaded. So, the reason I'm doing 10 and 5 of each is I want a bullet that is accurate in both guns. So I can be like the cowboys. I can pull the bullet off my belt and either put it in my pistol or put it in my rifle and nothing would change. So anyways, the big heavies, the 212s, I didn't find any load data, so it's really what I want to emphasize. Behind it, I have the bullets that Ocean sent me, and they are Elmer Keith 160 grain, I believe, 160, 158, somewhere in there. These are the green ones here. I call them Incredible Hulks. And then on the back are the 125 grain cone-shaped bullets that Cranky Cleatus sent me. So, anyways, I figure I'll shoot a light, I'll shoot a medium, and I'll shoot a heavy. And the back bullets, I couldn't find any load data for H110, so I went with 8.5 grains of unique. The first row of the Elmer Keith bullets, I went with 16. The back row, I went with 16.5 of H110. It was raining when I started this morning. It was raining at lunch. It's raining now. I can't finish my range in the backyard because I can't get a tractor back here. It's too wet. I can't shoot down in the shell pit because it's too wet. We got bulls in the pasture. I don't know when I'm going to be able to shoot, but I got ammo to shoot when it does dry out. So I want to thank each of these guys, and I got some more bullets up here that have been sent to me, but thank you, Pastor Terry. Thank you, Ocean 743, and thank you, Cranky Cleatus. Hopefully we'll get some sunshine next week and I'll shoot it. And I'm waiting on some optics, which today's Friday. I should get some optics for this on Sunday. A guy at church is going to bring me a couple of options for low power or no magnification, aim point, something like that. But I don't know if you can notice this looking at it, but the barrel is, the sights on, instead of being straight up and down 12 o'clock, they are at like 11:30. And it's not just the front sight, it's also the rear sight. So I took it to a gunsmith. He said, you're going to spend a lot of money trying to fix it. He said, I don't know if I'd trust Marlin to take it back and fix it. He said, put you an optic on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put an optic on it. I don't know exactly which one yet, but once I get an optic on it, I'll have a better idea of what's accurate. And if I don't like it, I'm going to go get a Ruger bolt action 357. Sorry, lever gun guys, but that's where I am. This is a beautiful rifle, and the reason I didn't notice these were off when I got it is it had a rail here. And the rail was for an optic. So when I took the rail off, I immediately went, wow, that's different. So, and it does affect the way it shoots. I could probably adjust the windage and make it work. But when something ain't right, you know it ain't right. It ain't right. So, thank you guys. As soon as we get a little sunshine, you'll see a range video out of the preacher. Thanks for watching. Don't it kind of look like a graduation picture? You know, where they line the tall ones up on the back and, well, short, fat guys like me be down on the front.